April 22 playoff recap here on ano ba? Bench na? Bench na. Let's go. Hello, Filipinas! This is the Bench, and welcome to our huddle where we offer a layman's view on anything and everything basketball from a bunch of regular dudes who eat, sleep, and breathe hoops. You thought I was going to muff that one. I'm Julio Dubs Die Hard, and with me is Mike
Sup.
and our favorite. You know, I checked the last episode. I mistakenly said my favorite.
Yun
Our
nga eh.
favorite. Yes,
Wow,
yes, yes.
wow.
Ang ating
Napapaghalata
kapuso,
ka na.
ang ating kapuso sa ating munting programa, si homie_J Ortega on IG. J.
Manigong bagong maligo kayo. Hello
Mainit
from
nga.
the moon.
I know.
Mainit
Mainit
nga.
nga. I was gonna say, umiinit na ang NBA playoffs. Tsaka mainit rin ang
Panahon.
surrounding ko ngayon dahil hindi ko malagay yung fan dahil maririnig sa mic. So if I start sweating, it's not because I'm shy or camera conscious. Anyway, we're gonna recap the standings and even the games today on April 22 by the NBA playoffs. Before we start, please do like and follow us on the Bench Live on Facebook, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bench. We promise by
Subscribe naman kayo
20.
dyan.
I know, yeah. We promise by 2023 we'll get that sorted out. Uh, let's go. Let's start. Let's start with
Let's go. Let's get
with the
down to
action. Let's start naman in the West. I think we started with the East, no?
Aha.
Let's go West naman. Up atop the West. The last time ba we got to game 2 of Phoenix New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We did, no? So
Yeah,
game
we did.
3 will be tomorrow. And
Uh-huh.
the only real development there is Booker right now.
Right.
Which is that's a pretty serious predicament they're in because hamstring injuries are
Dude,
very
they-
unpredictable.
They already said.
Diba?
They already said
what?
2 to 3 weeks.
2 to
Huh?
3 weeks.
2 to
Si
3
Booker?
weeks. Yes.
Oh,
Middleton
Lord.
Middleton
Ah,
is
yeah,
3 to 4 weeks.
Oh,
Middleton
lordy.
nga, oo. Ano siya? MCL sprain
MCL
naman.
sprain.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you know,
These-
I thought he was
Both,
going to be
both
out.
teams that were
before.
both teams that were in the finals are now injured. I mean, going through injuries, and these aren't just injuries. These are injuries to
Oo nga. The two
two of the
finalists
top
nga, no?
scorers.
Oo nga.
The two
Yeah.
finalists nga.
Yeah.
You know,
Crucial
I'll say-
players pa.
crucial. I will segue into because this will greatly affect. So now you have injuries to Booker, right? Who I thought game 3 and 4 lang, but if you're telling me that it's
Yeah,
going
that's
to
what
be-
I know. There's no official word, pero that's what's
yeah,
being said now in the media na parang 2 to 3 weeks siya.
that's wild now. 'Cause
Hammies
now
aren't easy
Oh, go.
injuries to deal with.
Yeah. So now we go into the second series in that bracket, which now with Dallas having and they won today, right? They won today. And I know you guys want to discuss this, but it's funny how
Yep.
Dallas is leading 2-1. And what if they get a healthy Luca going into the next round against Phoenix if they win it? That's going to be really interesting in the scheme of things.
Is it the rumor though that Luka is playing game 4?
It was a rumor that he was going to play game 3 also. They put him as questionable. Their mind
Okay.
game, you know.
Well, I
they're
guess
doing the whole-
if they keep winning, they're not gonna play him. they're gonna
won't,
diba?
diba?
They're gonna
Yeah,
push
naman.
that until
Why would
they
they?
can get away with
Diba?
Right.
Wait. I saw that he said nga, it's been a while. So hello, Pom, to the show.
Oh, hi,
Good
Pom.
Hey, Pom.
Galing biyahe to si Pom eh.
Yeah.
Galing
And he
Guam to. Sarap ng
he-
buhay eh.
He called an upset yata on Phoenix eventually,
Upset?
siguro, or a bunch of upsets that might happen.
Ano to?
Diba?
Phoenix spells ba yan, Pom?
Siguro, maybe nga.
Nangangamoy upset.
We won't get to Bobby Muna. Bobby's also online. Hi, but we'll get to his comment when we tackle that matchup. Oh, let's go talk Dallas, Utah, guys. Jay.
um, you know, the biggest thing for me here is Kleber and then Bertans played also quite a bit of minutes this second game, and that's been luring Gobert either to try and go out or he keeps staying in there, and Kleber and Bertans are getting 3 point shots for free, man, and they're not able to adjust. We mentioned this earlier prior to going live that Utah doesn't really have good wing defenders. And Dallas is a very good 3 point shooting team. This even without Luca, this even without Tim Hardaway Jr. I mean, if imagine if they had both. Branson has
Wow.
been doing a really good job of taking the cudgels from Luca and doing most of the heavy lifting. But Dinwiddie is also doing a lot orchestrating this team. And hey, man, they're humming, and Utah just can't handle what's happening.
32 points by Kleber and Bertans. That's your
Sure,
Luca point.
diba?
That's your Luca point production right there.
Right there. They don't
Diba?
normally score this much against other teams,
No,
huh?
they don't. They don't nga.
They don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we discussed this last episode, diba? This whole Gobert problem of Utah and how teams are taking advantage of the defense of their defense basically na natutulog si Gobert in the paint. Parang looking at the game kanina, again, since you mentioned Jay,
Mm-mm.
Gobert, parang it's a catch-22 for the Jazz. Parang they can't really sit him out and play small because of their perimeter D.
They
Nakita
don't
mo if you look
because
at
it's it's yeah, it's not
Mitchell,
there.
you look at
Right.
Conley, and you look at Bogdanovich, there's no perimeter D whatsoever. And Dallas are the Dallas guards are blowing by them every single
They're,
time.
they're
So the
all
problem
crafty
with go
guards, eh.
yeah. And the problem
Mm-mm.
with going small now for Utah is kung wala si Gobert in the paint and these guys, the Dallas guards are blowing, wala na, they'll get free
Nakawalan, oo.
layups all day long, 'di ba?
Right.
So now
Right.
that's the dilemma that Utah is stuck in now. Na do we pull him out and risk that, or do we just leave him in and die by our strategy? So
Which is
yan yung
sort of
ano
what they're
lang.
doing now. Yeah.
Wala kasi ako I think it would be worse to sit him out to play small. I think that's also the reason why they didn't do that against the Clippers last year until they were eliminated. What was stupid
Right.
for me was they knew that they should have known that weakness already from that Clippers series last year because they were
Yeah.
exposed. It was
Yeah.
exposed. They should have retooled to make sure that they had at least proper perimeter
Mali pa nga
defenders.
eh, kasi they got rid of one of their glue guys pa, who also actually was a pretty decent wing defender in Ingles. They got
Yeah.
Alexander for him, but they're not using Alexander. Alexander, when he was with the Pels, actually played pretty good wing defending. So,
And
I
who did
don't,
they get?
diba?
Who did they get? They got Rudy Gay, who Thunders, and they got
Because hindi
Whiteside.
ginagamit. Oh.
Wala,
I mean,
matanda
Rudy
kasi
Gay can at
supposed to be
least
that
try and
was
defend because he's what? He's a 6'9", six
yeah,
ten
but
wing
he's
guy. Eh.
old. But he's
He
old.
is.
He
He
can't he
is. He
can't then
is.
play that
Long, heavy
mobile
minutes.
center na
Right.
Whiteside won't do
No,
that for
no.
them either. So,
Either, no. He's
wala din
Gobert,
diba?
no.
So medyo
Yeah.
mali
No,
talaga.
they got Rudy Gay, but they realized that they needed more for small ball. Kulang.
Kulang eh.
But wait,
Kulang.
Palm says that Dallas players stepping up. And then I think this is an answer to you, Jay. Hafa Aday from Guam.
Oh, you know.
Diba?
I guess that's hello.
Yeah. Oh, see, I had that didn't even register to me, but I was like Hafay Aday. Okay. Uh, and he goes, the Mavs want it more. But I want to comment on this. I think Utah wants it just as bad, but they're Utah. Uh, no, I'll add to what you guys are saying. I wanted you guys to get that all out in your discussion, Muna, because I was making you guys quent. I heard a podcast last night, and you're right,
Mm.
Mike. It's like this is the same problem which happened with Terrence Mann last year against the
Yeah,
Clippers,
Yes.
yeah,
and we all forget that for a while Jamal Murray looked like Steph Curry, and they were against
Yes.
Utah when they
Yes.
50 points.
when
Yeah,
yung 50 points niya and
yeah.
all that. So the podcast they were saying all other teams have to do against Utah is make some semi-screen and the guard goes offwards because Gobert will park himself in the paint and that guard is free
Right.
Yeah, man.
the whole day. And I was like, interesting. And yun nga, they built everything. Their whole defense is a Gobert driven defense. There's no
Yep.
switchability. There's no nothing, and that's why they have to get Whiteside because it's like you have a Gobert light when
And
he's
it's not
sitting
even,
down.
Exactly.
and they're
It's
not
the
even
same
utilizing
thing.
that D properly. Because if you look at, I go back to the Spurs before. The Spurs, they did not have solid defenders until Kawhi came. They did not have solid perimeter defenders. What the Spurs did was, it was good team D that they would trap people, or they would take the guards and lead them to Duncan in the
You
paint.
funnel, yes. If you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
decent enough wingmen at playing D, you funnel those other
To
players
your good
into those big
defender.
man.
Yeah, to your
Yes,
good defender. But they,
yes.
kasi
They're not
that's
able.
that's what you do when you have weak perimeter defenders. Eh. It has to be a team
Yes.
effort. Eh. It can't be an
So, di ba?
individual. Wala eh.
Sabayan mo man lang. Payaan mo
Yeah.
siyang sige, makalusot. Di nandyan si Gobert ngayon to stop him,
Yep.
di ba?
Yep.
Pero
Although,
wala eh. They don't even
although,
do that.
yeah, although I also really think that if the big three of the Spurs was playing now, they would have to have a different kind of defense from what they were playing the whole 90s.
Ah,
Of course.
yes,
You
for
know,
sure,
Yeah.
so
for sure.
Yeah.
even sadly, I don't know if you'll be. I think
No,
Duncan
yeah,
even
yeah.
might be exposed in this whole pick and roll stretch thing.
Ah,
They'd
yes.
have to do something.
And that,
Kumbaga,
that's
diba?
that's where the Danny Green and the Kawhi Leonard during that transition
Yes,
year
yes.
came in. Kumbaga that was the Spurs
Right.
adjusting to the new ball, where
Or
they had
even
the
Boris,
strong wing.
or even Boris Diaw. Remember, he was more of a
Right,
mobile. Diba?
right,
He
right,
would play
Right,
right.
center.
right.
Yung mga
Uh,
ganyan, diba?
so may
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
flexibility na ganon, diba?
Yeah, that's true. So, what do you think about this series? We'll move on to the next one. You think Dallas will go all the way without Luca, or Luca makes an appearance in this series?
If they're gonna keep winning, I don't think they need to put Luca in. I mean, just go for it.
Fair.
They can obviously they can beat Utah without Luca.
Okay.
Ako, game 5, if Utah takes the next game,
Then
Luka might
maybe,
play game
yeah.
5.
Right.
Kasi delikado. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
just to
Tama,
just
tama,
to,
tama. Panigurado lang.
pero maybe not game 4. I think game 5 yan. I mean, there was word na he was gonna play game 4, but if they, I think they might push that to game 5 kung
Right,
lamang sila now.
right.
that's true. Wait, Bobby also said something here that I wanted to get to, and he said that he's listening to us while he's working with Chick Kiora
Uy,
playing in the
Chick
background.
Korea,
Chick
Korea,
Korea.
nice man.
Spain.
Jazzy,
the yeah,
Yan ang
Jazz.
magaling na Jazz. Hindi
Yan ang
itong Utah.
yeah. Uh,
Next series, Golden State won today. Yahoo! The Dubs.
Yeah.
The Dubs won today.
Ay,
in
dami
a-
kong gusto sabihin dito. Okay, itong series.
yeah, you can say it all, Jay. They won today in what I thought would be the Denver would come out and take a shot at it, not wanting to be
They
down
did.
3-0. Yep. But the Dubs held off, and the championship experience held off in the last 3 minutes of the ball game, and they took the win. So,
Right.
go since
Si
you wanted to
si
say
Mike
something.
naman na.
Jay.
Si Mike naman.
Mike, go. What do you think, Mike?
Achara, dude. Achara.
Dude, we can't say that, Chad.
Di ba I said kanina in the chat,
Paminta
watching the
and
series,
Tuka.
watching the paminta. Okay, sorry. And then for those who do not, who don't understand
Analogy.
that analogy, pampasarap lang kasi. Pinapasarap lang ng Golden State yung series. Pero like I said in the chat, dude, this is like watching Titanic. You know the ship is gonna hit the iceberg at the end. Di ba? Entertaining panoorin, pero alam mo na yung ending eh.
But in the end, you still want to see Kate Winslet.
Yeah, you watch it, diba? You watch it for the entertainment, but you don't know how it's gonna end.
Yeah.
I mean, lalo na, especially that it's just Jokic in, playing for Denver. They don't have their other two guys. Buhat talaga si Jokic. Eh. That's what he has been doing, and that's from what it looks. That's what he has to do for them to get a win. He has to score 40 and be MVP Jokic, and I don't think he can do that four more 4 times to do that in the next 4 games.
Jay, ikaw.
Well, I thought Denver went out today and gave it their best
Yeah.
shot. That was, I think,
Yep.
the best to be able to
Yeah.
see of this Denver roster. What's his face played actually pretty well today. Favorite player ni Julio.
Aaron Gordon. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's
Yeah.
already Gordon's best, trying to help Jokic, who's trying to do it all for them. Jokic was tired as hell, man,
Uh
during this game.
And
He was
daming
huffing
fast
and
break.
puffing.
And
Oh,
daming fast
eh.
break.
First off,
Yep.
Denver isn't. I mean, they're not built to, at least without Murray, without MPJ there, to withstand the pace that the Dubs play
Yeah.
at. And the Dubs are so used to that. That's why Jokic was huffing and puffing already by the time the fourth quarter hit. I thought Steph still coming out of the bench is an amazing thing to see. And I don't know if you guys also saw the interview with Jordan Poole after the game. Grabe the confidence of this guy. Grabe the confidence of this player who was only a 28th pick. Huh? Because of the OG3 giving him that kind of leeway. There, this is a very rare thing. That's why I'm trying to
Yeah. I'm
mention it.
gonna
It's a
I'm gonna
very
add on
rare
that.
thing
That's
to,
exactly what
yeah,
I'll add on later on. But you,
yeah.
you go all the way. Go all the way.
It's a very rare thing to see because not a lot of players the caliber of Steph, Clay, and Draymond would give a 3-year player that kind of a pat in the back, or that kind of a push to, hey man, go be yourself, go score, man. That's what you do best. But hey, you see him also playing really good D. He's there rebounding. He's part of a team. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's just so nice to be able to watch a team perform that way and play for each other. It's a refreshing thing when you see the kind of teams that are also set up there, like my Lakers, like the Nets. This is a team, man, and it's because of those kinds of stars, like a Steph Curry, willing to come off the bench, man. But hey, still score practically more points than the minutes he gets. But I thought, like what Mike said, the what's this? The veterans pulled it out from under the Nuggets late in the game, and it was all savvy, man. That rebound by Poole was crucial. That steal by Draymond was crucial.
Rebound
That
by Wiggins,
layup.
I think.
Rebound by Wiggs.
Wiggins
Oh,
yun.
oh yeah, offensively yes, but there
Yeah,
was
yeah.
also
There
a
was,
defensive rebound by
yes,
Poole.
by
Na
Poole.
boom, fast
Boxed
break. Yeah.
boxed out by Clay. He boxed out
Yes.
Jokic yata. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, diba?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then that Draymond steal, that Curry layup, that Poole layup. A lot of players would settle for that. He was free on the 3-point area. No one was near him. Yet he drove to the basket. Ang ganda no, ganda no mindset, dude.
Poole is so smart
Palaban yung
now.
mindset. That's
And
what
then
I
the
thought.
whole
This series is done, man. This series is done.
just to add to what Jay was saying kanina, and that's a good point. It reminds me of 2014 when Kawhi came into the scene and the big three was still there, and in that finals against Miami, the big three just allowed Kawhi. They just
To do
unleashed Kawhi
Kawhi, no?
basically,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. That's so true.
Uh,
parehong
yeah.
pareho. I see the same with Jordan Poole with what they're doing now.
Well, because
Right.
that's since I'll take that now by saying also that that's how many wine dinners Kerr's been having with Pop.
I was saying it's
Diba?
this all looks
But
so familiar to me, dude.
yeah,
What
but
is
but the reality is, I mean, I've watched
yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna say the series is done yet because I don't like to make these weird wacky claims. It affects too many things.
You just don't want to voodoo
But
inadvertently.
but no, but I will say this. I will say this is that I've watched the dubs for a long time, and I get frustrated even with the dubs now. They don't get a big man. Curry is so weird with his moves sometimes. But if you look at their long game is always consistent. They're playing the super long game, and um like what you said, you have Draymond, Steph, and Clay who's willing to play. I don't care what the media says about wasting this era and Steph and Clay and all that they
Right.
should get more vets and all that, not get this youth. I'm sorry. I think that Steph, Clay, and Draymond know that their careers are can be even further extended by people like Jordan Poole saying, you go play 40 minutes, man, and you go score, and I'm Steph, and I'll hit that 3-point shot when it's crucial, and we can take over when it's crucial because we're the
Yeah.
experienced people. But for 30 minutes, if you guys can make them tambak, why not? Who's and then we just
Yeah.
get more rings, diba? We're all getting
Yeah.
paid. You guys, I mean, it's not like they have to prove themselves. You guys all know what we are. It's not like they're reinventing their game. There's
right.
Steph,
Right.
Clay, and Draymond, diba? But it's
Right.
a whole mindset na if they can, if youngsters can extend this, I was worried about Draymond this being his last contract. If he can still mentor there, he can probably get another 3 more years. Why not, diba? But wala na siyang heavy lifting because Wiseman's better, because Kaminga's better, or whatever it can happen down the road. And that's what they're
Right.
showing Wiseman, Kaminga, and Moody with what they're doing with Poole. Poole is only in his third year.
Mm-hmm.
By the time Kuminga, Moody, Weissman are in, well, I don't know about Weissman, but I don't. By the time they're in their third year, if they trust that process there, they know how old
Right.
Steph, Clay, and Draymond will be. They'll know it's their
Yep.
turn,
They'll
and
get
they
their
see
chance
the old.
eventually.
Yeah, they'll see the old people who are like the OG3, so not even old, but the OG3 supporting Pool. They'll know that that's gonna be their treatment also as they get up in the ranks. That
Yep.
no one's gonna take away their shine in Golden State. They just have to be
Mm-hmm.
patient. They will be
Mm-hmm.
stars. Di ba? Ganun lang yun. Kasi young people,
Right.
they want to make money, syempre. They want to be stars. Sometimes they want to be in a bad team para sila kaagad yung sikat, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
But the Warriors are showing they're young guys that relax, you'll get to win. And it will actually equate to more money and more value if you're a winning player na young.
Yep.
Kesa
Yeah.
kesa good player, bad team type ka, di ba? Marvin
Right.
Bagley, all these. I can name them all.
Beal. Yeah, man.
It took Beal forever. It took Beal to become a scoring champion to actually get money. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
in
Because
Washington.
he's been playing for a bad team now.
Yeah, ganon. So
Yeah.
so there. I always get shut up by the Dubs and their front office and curse sometimes when you see
And
the long game.
ako, I'm living the lost dream that I had with the Spurs with that supposed to be transition team of Kawhi with the Dubs now. Kasi that's exactly what I see, and that's exactly what I was hoping for the transition sana with the from the old guard to the Kawhi and the new guard sana with the ano. And we've seen a little bit of that with the transition when Tony Parker came off the bench for the John Murray.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Diba,
yeah.
there was a time na naabutan na ni ano and DeJounte started and then Tony Park came off the bench and he played the crucial minutes to what Julio was saying kanina that a role that Steph can jump into later on in his career na these guys kill it and then kill it from the start and then sa crunch time Steph can just swoop in for that crucial three and then win the game for them.
Right.
So we'll see. I told my son Mateo now, who was arguing with me, na I said they'll probably lose game 3, and my son goes, no, they'll win and they'll sweep it. I go, no, I'm almost guaranteed they'll lose game 4 now and win it. So we'll see, we'll see. Uh,
I think
let's
I think Denver's already deflated. They gave their best today, and it wasn't enough. I'm calling a sweep, man. I'm not trying to voodoo the Dubs. I'm rooting for the Dubs. But this is a sweep, man. Wala na yan.
Mike,
Lag-lag
you have any
tuka
more?
na tong Denver.
You have any more thoughts?
Yeah, ako I'm with Jay.
because I'm
This done.
me. I'm on the next series na.
Ano na lang. In other words, ano na lang, final score na lang hinihintay
Sweet.
dyan.
Sabi nga ni Pomo, sweet.
Yes,
Diba?
sweet na daw.
Sweet na yan.
And then here, I'm going to go to right before we go to the
Ito.
next series. I'm gonna
Series
yeah,
ng mga angas. Ano to?
Bobby goes, sayang yung Wolves. Akala ko pa naman silang bagong Believe team.
Puchang ina. Paano naging believe team yan, Bob?
I don't know, man. But we go into this series. and
Masyado
this is-
believe sa sarili yan.
Yeah, exactly.
Ako,
I think
ang dami kong sasabihin sa series na ito, lalo
Yeah,
na
I
ito,
know.
Wolves na ito.
So now, Memphis today. I mean, I don't know what the hell to say about this. Is that I've never seen a team lose two 25-point leads in a game. Well, 125 and 126.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Twice.
I have nothing to say, and I'm gonna leave it as, you know what? I wanted to voodoo Memphis to lose, but you know what? Screw it, man. The T Wolves don't deserve to enter the next round. I don't care, man. Dubs, you know what? Dubs Memphis. If we lose to them, we lose
Bring it
to
on.
them. Bring it on. But
Yeah.
screw these T Wolves who think they're so great and they
Yeah,
had that
man.
game twice. What the hell is that?
Here pa. There's a
I have to make my
meme
BP
going
go
ar-
down. Jay, go. Yun na.
There's a meme going around. It's a video meme of
Okay, go.
and Jack called him out of Cat, no? Carl
Yeah.
Anthony Towns voicing out before the game. We're Minnesota now. We're Minnesota now. And his voice was, we're Minnesota now. Ganyan pala boses, no?
Because his voice is
Parang-
like that, man.
Parang Mike Tyson, ang laki-laking mamampo siya. We're Minnesota now. We're Minnesota now. Well, that's
Did
where
you
you're
see-
gonna lose, mofo.
Did you see Kat's comment?
What the-
All he
didn't
can do
crap
down now
today.
is all he can do down now is drink wine and decompress.
Wow. What the hell?
Why doesn't he stick a needle into himself and pop him and decompress that way so all his hot air goes out, pare?
Ang yabang nila. The way they dissed the Lakers when they won, akala mo nanalo ng championship ang Punyemas eh.
I
Diyan
know.
pa lang, they got my goat na eh.
Hi, Doc Nesty.
Hi, Doc Nesty. Nowhere to be found talaga. Wala.
Diba?
Man, Potsu lights.
Hindi,
Fortune
ito sa akin
life
lang,
pa.
ito lang sa akin with Kata. This is why it takes more than skills to be a really good NBA player.
He's
You
the
need,
greatest
you
big
need,
man shooter daw. Sabi
Wala
niya.
na nga. That's all skill, dude.
Oo.
Walang utak eh. Walang utak.
Wala. Tapos,
Diba?
ang masama dyan, dak-dak pa ng dak-dak eh.
Kasi
Yun
there are
yung
two-
nakakapika dyan eh.
You know, and then you have Kat, who has all the talent in the world with no basketball IQ, no court, no court
Oo,
presence,
wala talaga.
nothing.
Walang
And you have,
focus.
and you have lesser players with lesser skills. Sabihin na natin si Pat Bev. Gamitin na natin yung example si Pat Bev. You have Pat Bev with zero skills, but has the court presence and at least some basketball IQ to make his presence
savvy.
felt and to make a career out of the skills he has. Diba?
Correct.
So it's such a contrast na it's not all skills.
I mean, this is exactly why Jimmy Butler up and left, man.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Now we know.
Wala
Now
talaga
we
eh.
know.
Now we know. Di ba? Puro pa yabang, puro pa dakdak. Niyari siya ni Ja. Ja tweeted about that audio clip
Yeah.
of him saying, "We Minnesota now."
No, I mean, diba?
My
All I'm
God.
saying is that, you know what? If I'd be really, really surprised if I can like voodoo that kind of,
Oy,
if I can voodoo cut into the. Spurs.
who are you referring to, Doc? Si Kat? Are you talking about
Aba.
Kat here?
Aba,
Hmm.
papayag ka niyan, Mike. Sabi ni Doc, kunin daw si Kat. Baka humusay
kumura.
sa Spurs.
Kumura lang. Kumura lang, why not, dude? if it's
Dude,
50 cents to
ako,
a dollar, pwede.
Ako, ha?
Bakit hindi?
Ang layo ng skill set, ang layo ng talent na God-given. But dude, I'll take Pirtle any day over Cat. Pirtle fighter yun.
Yeah.
Saka may court sense, hindi yung foul lang ng foul. 5 fouls ka na, sundot ka pa ng sundot.
Hindi,
Dun,
ang
para
problema
kang
lang
tumang.
kasi dyan, ang problema lang dyan, with the history of Spurs recruitment and drafting, dude, it's parang there's a minimum level of basketball
Of
IQ you
IQ.
need
Oo nga,
to
hindi
get
ka
into the
papasay.
team and for them to draft you or pick you
Right,
up eh. So baka hindi siya
right,
pumasa
right.
sa interview, dude. Baka sa culture fit interview, hindi na siya pumasa, dude. Wag na yung
Di
workout.
ba? It's the same thing with the Dubs. Ganyan
Yeah.
sila eh. Ang dami nilang, they fill out the roster fine. Some they don't use. But all these players, given a chance to be put inside the court, have IQ.
Yeah.
They understand the system. They understand what it takes to win.
Sabi ni Bobby,
Yan!
sikat ba ang Will
That
Smith
ang
of
Will
the
Smith
NBA?
of pwede. Medyo kahawig pa eh, no?
Yeah, but we should slap
Pwede.
Cat. That's what
Pero
we
siya
should do.
dapat masampal nga para baka magising.
Diba? Cat,
Dude,
Cat's probably
Ja,
what?
Ja had a really bad game today. Pero, di ba, they still
Dude,
were
they were-
able to...
They
they
were
were
down by
still-
20. They were down by 25 twice. Of course, they had a bad game.
No, I mean, Ja in particular had a
Ah,
really
yeah,
bad
yeah,
game
yeah.
today.
I don't
But-
understand, but,
diba?
But again, Memphis has proven they can win without Ja.
They can. They're
Yeah,
a deep
yeah.
enough team.
I mean, okay. This is my last thought. The Dubs gave up the biggest playoff lead against the Clippers 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But you know that happens. You're up big, and another team comes back, and they take the lead, and you lose momentum. You don't let a team come back, then make them come back again, and then just let them come back. I mean, I don't get it. I'm lost with that one.
And there was not a single timeout called throughout
Yeah.
that run.
Yeah, and you had
Oo
Malik
nga, no?
Beasley shooting all
You're
these
right, Mike.
threes.
Wala kang
You had-
timeout.
Yeah. They just the coach just let them play it
Let
out.
it happen. Oo. Pumifeel Jackson. Pero wala siyang Kobe at siya.
Wala siya.
siyang Robert
There's
Torres.
not a single series. Well, there's nobody to take charge there.
Bane moonlights as a bouncer. Dahil ang laki ng biceps eh.
Parang he reminds me of the microwave man. Lapad eh.
Yeah,
Diba?
lapad. Vinny Johnson actually. That's a really good comparison actually.
Diba?
Well, body-wise from the shoulders down.
Tama
Mahirap
yan.
Ito,
manalo.
Ito,
Eh,
Doc,
bark ng bark pa.
ako sadly, from how, you know, what Katz is showing, what D'Lo is showing, Pat Bev sadly is the top dog in Minnesota. Kaya lang, hindi lang talaga makashoot. Hindi lang talaga makashoot. I mean, in terms of mentally being there, he is the top dog, dude.
You know, wait, I want to ask.
Dilo.
Horford is the best. Is Cat Puerto Rican? Is that what Bobby's referring to here? Si
I
Puerto
don't
Rican
know.
ba si
Is
Cat?
Yata, parang,
Talaga? That's interesting to know.
Oh.
Thank you, Bobby, for that.
ano, he's Dominican. Well, I just Googled it.
Dominican.
Dominican.
Dominican Republic.
American Dominican. So,
And Horford is still Puerto Rican or Dominican?
Puerto Rican.
Si,
Puerto
Lin
Rican.
Manuel Miranda. Yun ang Puerto Rican.
I was gonna start going on a Lin Manuel rant. I mean, you know, me being a non-fanboy now. Anyway, so yes, I'm gonna reveal that. Yes,
East na.
East na tayo. Let's go.
Tagal natin
So-
sa West.
Well,
tagal natin sa Memphis, Minnesota. I don't know why you wasted that much time there. Okay,
no,
go.
dude, we have to. That was horrible because
Hindi, kailangan lang yung baon.
Kailangan gisahin, ano?
Yeah.
Kailangan gisahin ng mga 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh,
we won't have a lot to say about Miami, Atlanta anyway because they're playing pa tomorrow. They're up 2-0.
Yeah.
And
right.
there's really nothing much to talk about. That
Mm.
there's no new development. We'll just see the same pretty much in Game 3. That's
Yep.
so we can move on from that one. So I think the time of
It's-
Memphis.
I think it's also the same with regards to the Philly Raptors series. This is all but wrapped up.
It's all but wrapped up. But
Paminta.
I will comment about Joel Embiid, and if this is not the culmination of his MVP, well, aside from winning a title, right? But
I
we
think
know
he should get MVP.
the MVP title really is more for the regular season, diba? So, but
Yes.
and this is the first round. So if this is not like a stamp on his MVP year. I don't know what
Mhm.
is, man. I mean, this
Right.
was like
Yeah, I agree completely.
seven
Man.
one 7-footer guy making a turnaround 3-pointer at the buzzer, and not Bato. It was a really good looking shot na
No, it
parang
was a
guard
shot.
pa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mismo. I
so
see actually a lot of Hakim in him, eh. Especially
I
these
see
days, huh?
I see
Diba?
a
You know what
lot.
it was?
I've been
You know
saying
what it
Hakeem for a
was?
long time, dude. I agree with you 100%. But
Mhm.
You know what it was? That shot?
what?
Pambawi niya yun dun sa Kawhi, corner 3. Eto sa inyo.
Eto sa
May
inyo.
bago na siyang meme face ngayon.
Ah,
Hindi na yung
Uh,
umiiyak. Roar!
ah,
yeah.
ah.
Parang you know what? May bagong meme face pero it looks the same. Kulang lang walang tears.
Oo, pareho lang na.
Oh, okay. So
Eto
again,
na. Eto, pwedeng pag-usapan na ito.
we'll move on na. So
Yan, mga
that's pretty
sumusunod na
much
yan.
gone. On the bracket down yesterday, um, when we thought, at least I thought that was just a very achara lead by Chicago.
Mhm.
Milwaukee
Mhm.
was coming back the whole ball game, and
Mhm.
Chicago holds them off to tie the series 1-1. The problem
And
is,
steal home court.
and steal home court. But the bigger
Mhm.
problem is Chris Middleton sprained his MCL.
Yan ang masakit dyan.
Let's
Literally.
go, guys. Go. Let's discuss this. How big
Eh,
of
si
a
Mike muna.
complication.
Pareho
Go,
niyang
Mike.
ano to eh.
Ah, yeah.
Ako,
Oh, yeah.
hindi mo ba don't you guys see the path ahead na with the Booker injury and the
Yan na nga.
Middleton injury?
Diba? Both finalists.
Ito awa ng Diyos, wag lang sana mangyari na magkaroon tayong Utah-Boston finals, ha? Utang na loob. Utang na
Utah?
loob. Utang na loob, ha? Wag naman.
Hindi aaw.
Ano,
Hindi
sorry,
lalabas
Bobby.
yung outcome eh.
I don't, nothing against the Celtics, dude. But the Celtics can go against the Dubs in the finals, and that'll be fine. Wag naman yung Utah-Boston.
Well, Utah has to win
Hmm.
three more against Dallas. So malayo pa, malayo pa.
And then, well, I had that joke yesterday, actually, pero I just had to tell it anyway. Natalo, akalain mo talo Utah.
Sayang yung
Pambihira.
memory space, di ba?
Oo, sayang. Sayang, nipon eh.
Oh, go, JJ. What do you think, JJ?
No, without everyone was already chiming about. All right, here comes DeRozan, playoff DeRozan. Puro bukol, diba?
I'm sure, Bob. I'm sure you'd want that.
Of course, Bob. No, but he showed up yesterday.
Yeah, he
Showed
did.
up yesterday, and,
How much? How much did he score, Jay?
I think it was in the 40s, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Mm-mm. And he had the dagger basket, the drive.
Right.
Uh,
So yeah, man. I mean, bumawi naman si Kulokoy. I don't know if losing Middleton is enough for Chicago to topple the champ.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Converge. Thank you.
But diba? Kasi I'm still
Dala-
thinking Bucks pa din ito eh. But hey man, mas may pag-asa ang Chicago ngayon. Lalo na getting home court advantage.
Sandali, the Booker, the Suns lost Booker. The Bucks lost Middleton. We're
Middleton.
losing Julio, dude. We're losing Julio. We're losing Julio. The bench is losing Julio. Gawa ganun eh.
Yeah, sprained bandwidth though.
Sprained band.
Here's
I'm
my
back, I'm
thing
back.
though. Are we gonna move on? You wanna say something, pala Julio, about that series,
No,
Milwaukee,
no,
Chicago?
I know I froze, but I'm all good. I think I don't know yet. Are we on Boston?
Hard
I
to
don't
say,
know
no?
yet. I don't know yet how big of a. I still
An
think
impact.
kasi Milwaukee can beat Chicago even without Middleton, but it
Oo.
severely affects their chances moving forward. That's
Yeah,
For
ako,
the series, no?
yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Ako, it just
Um,
makes the series more exciting. Pag ganun.
I was
Maybe
gonna say lang,
maybe we'll see 7 games.
my son really likes DeRozan for what reason I have
Yeah,
no
oh,
idea. I have two DeRozan.
Lagi first pick niya yan sa
Yeah.
fantasy.
He has two DeRozan jerseys here, but he pointed out to me yesterday that DeRozan had 41 points, not hitting a single 3-point shot. Interesting.
Right.
And that's where Bobby
Interesting.
goes. He loves his mid-range game. Yeah, apparently he does also.
Yeah, man.
The Rosen loves that mid-range game. But
It's like
No,
that
I mean,
that it's like that
pretty good
other
at
that
it.
old bull who scored 63 without a single three-pointer also.
Nah,
um,
you know, may bull
Knox.
segue dun.
I love.
Yun lang. The
And he's the
Bulls, eh,
goat.
we're on the Bulls. Huh?
Was he the goat? He's technically the goat. Are we on that
Goat.
conversation?
Do you want to bring it up again? Meron ako sagot dyan, actually, if they ask me about the
May
GOAT.
sagot ka?
Sa goat.
Mm. Diba? LeBron is
Sagot,
the
go
GOAT.
naman.
LeBron is the GOAT. GOTT.
Ano yun?
Greatest of this time.
Aba.
Yeah. Pwede na, diba? Para tapos na greatest
You
of
know
this
what?
time.
You know what? Hey, man, I thought you were gonna make a joke, but that's actually deep.
It is,
Whoa,
diba? It is. It is. Greatest of this time. GOAT.
dude.
GOAT. Parang Bisaya, diba? Bisaya yan. Sino
Ay,
GOAT?
tignan mo
Sino,
tuloy
ano si
nangyari
LeBron?
sa
GOAT.
LA. Dagdag mo ang LA dun
Ah,
sagot.
ito si,
Nalagot. Tampusan
Goat.
na.
ito si Bobby. MJ GOAT.
Oh,
GOAT.
na.
Alam
Parang
ko lang,
hindi, ano yan. That's not a discussion here at the bench.
ala, alam ko lang uminit dito as we go into the last,
Kaya na.
the last
Kaya na.
series we're talking
Ito na,
about.
bilisan na natin. Kanina pa nagkitay si Bobby.
Yeah, okay.
Ako, dito ako nagdi-disagree kay Mike. I like this
Okay.
Boston team. This is a really good Boston team that's up 2-0 against the
Against-
more acclaimed Nets.
But can I say this?
We've said this many times that number 7 seed is a ruse. They're not supposed to be a 7th seed. They're supposed to be a higher up seed. Boston wasn't supposed to be a number 2 seed. But here we are. They're playing each other, and Boston is up 2-0.
Up 2-0.
It's a must win for the Nets. Game 3
Can I
is
start?
a must win for the
Yeah.
Nets.
Can I start this? Yeah, I'm there
Go ahead.
with. I was talking about this with my batch because the Nets look old, dude. I saw the first half and KD scores
Not a
15
good
points
goal.
and they were up by 15 for a while and then it went down to 10 by halftime if I'm not mistaken, and then the wheels fell off. KD. I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell happened. He couldn't get it.
You mentioned this about Steph before, diba? During mid-season, you were saying parang no,
Yes. Yeah.
you see the aging process happening. I see the aging process happening with KD.
I saw it yesterday. Yes, I've talked about Steph
Good.
and his aging thing in the start of the season. And if you notice, I will really small segue back to that. Don't you notice now the 1 month rest and coming off the bench does him better? Oh, diba?
Yes.
Don't you notice?
Yes.
He can even
Yeah,
make his
I think
layups
right.
now. He can make
That's
his layups
a
now.
magnificent Kerr move right there. That's
Yeah. So,
but they can't,
but
the Nets have no luxury of doing that.
I
KD
know.
has to play over 40 minutes for
I
them
know,
to even have a chance at winning a game.
and I was gonna allude to that. Na, is this the whole Steve Nash playing KD 40 minutes coming back to eat them now? You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes. Kyrie, kaya pa eh. Pero si KD, hirap na.
Nash would easily be outcoached by Ime, Bobby. I don't think Nash is a very good coach yet.
No,
I mean,
you're right.
No,
No,
dude, ako lang, what I
Not
can
a
say lang about
comparison.
that, with that comment,
He is top
si,
10.
si Kyrie na said himself, they don't need a coach, dude. Diba?
This was
Why,
Ramadan.
diba? Why,
Pre-Ramadan
it's not
Kyrie.
fair. It's not,
Pre-Ramadan Kyrie.
it's not fair to bring up Nash in this conversation, dude. Kyrie said they don't need a coach. They just need somebody to sit on the bench. Anyway, ako, to the point that you guys were making, this was evident pa last year with KD. And that's probably the reason why they lost against Milwaukee in the playoffs last year, is because he was gassed towards that end.
but he didn't
That-
look
that
old
the
at
end
that
game.
time. But he didn't look
Huh?
that old. He didn't look as
He didn't look
He looks
old,
older now,
pero
though.
lumalabas na, dude. May pagod na siya. The stamina, it wasn't there anymore. Diba? And this is a year after. This is a year after, yan. Yan, no?
Rock on! Rock on, Bobby!
Diba? This is a year after that. And he looked old na talaga, diba? He's looking old na.
Larong pang village ang gusto, walang coach. Parang liga daw.
Nice one, Doc.
No, but I mean, yeah. So there, I was just gonna say that Boston is up 2-0, and now it's like Jay said, it's a must-win now for Brooklyn in Game 3.
Hmm.
And
And
wait, we have development.
oh,
Guess who's playing game 4?
Yan
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is
Game
playing in
Yeah,
four.
Game
Di pa
4.
siya sa game 3.
game
Okay.
4.
Yeah, Game 4.
Okay.
So therefore, Nets in 6 pa rin ako.
They
Jay,
need.
ikaw na. Go.
Ewan ko. We'll see. We'll see what kind of condition Ben Simmons is. Ako, it all depends on game 3. Like I said, that's a must-win for the Nets. If Boston goes up 3-0, I don't think the Nets are going to be able to beat them 4 straight games. I don't see that happening.
But I think they
So
still
they
believe
have
it
to
in their
win
head
game 3 first. Then let's see what Ben Simmons brings to the table in game 4.
in Game 4.
Okay,
But
ako
I
just to
really like
answer
how
lang,
Boston is playing, man.
just to
And
answer
ito
lang
pa,
what Jay
ito
said.
pa, kasi sabi na-mention ni Mike kanina yung wag naman sana Boston, Utah. If Boston beats the Nets, Chicago makalusot sa Milwaukee, Boston yung papasok ng Eastern
Hindi, that's
Finals.
what exactly why I said
Yeah.
that. That's
Yun ang
exactly
point.
why I said that because of the 2 injuries from the 2 finalists, 'di ba? Parang
Yeah.
parang Toronto yan eh. Remember Toronto the year they won? Dude,
Yeah.
parang the sea was parting for them all the way to the
Right.
finals.
Right.
So parang baka this might be a pattern with this year, 'di ba? So hindi ako just to
Ito,
respond to
Miami, Philadelphia pa yan on the other bracket.
Ayan.
Go.
Hindi ako just to respond to natag ako kanina sa comment ni Jay na he does not agree with me sa Boston. Dude, I wish I could explain that now to you why think I call Tatum support. But let's get to that when this is all said and done, dude. I cannot respond to that now.
Because you're waiting pa whether he fucks up or he's
No,
gonna be able to carry
basta
his
na,
team.
dude. I can't.
It's up in
Stop
the air,
asking me questions, Jay. You're gonna stop asking me questions. I can't say anymore.
Maybe there's
I
some
can't say
voodoo
anymore.
happening here that
I can't
don't
say anymore.
understand.
Basta pag-usapan natin na
I
pagtapos
have a
na.
feeling there's some voodoo here. Okay, I kind of get it now.
I can't.
Dude, Jay, he's got a secret, but he can't explain. That's what it
Yun na nga.
Yo. OMD.
Oh,
Oh, Mike. Defensive.
What? What the?
OMD. OMD, di ba? Secret. That's a song.
It's-
OMD. Orchestral maneuvers in the dark, and I just made it
OMD.
to a OMD. Anyway,
But hey, I think we can all agree though this entire playoff
Wait, I'll
so
get
far
to
has
that.
been highly entertaining. And it's
yes,
only
it's been a good playoffs.
Yeah.
I have to say it's been quite entertaining, and this one, tingnan mo, nabuhayan si Andre because he's been ranting on who he calls Baby Simmons to return. So Andre, if you're listening, Baby Simmons is returning in
Ayan na.
Game 4.
Ayan na,
Oh.
game 4.
And then Bobby says Maury is just waiting for Doc to fail so he can get the Anthony.
Oh yes,
Um,
I
dude,
think that's already pre-planned.
Doc Rivers wins the championship. He'll be replaced by D'Antoni. gagawin siyang GM or something. Basta D'Antoni's in for Philadelphia. I'm almost 100% positive.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Well,
Yeah.
I think whether they win or not, Philly's got a
Yeah.
good shot here. Huh? Philly's got a good shot here.
Yeah. Well, maybe okay. You know what? That was just a joke. In all honesty, short of winning the championship, I think Doc is out. That's my opinion. If Doc
There are
wins the
already
championship,
rumors nga eh, di ba? To my dismay, there are already rumors Doc to LA or Snyder to LA.
oh, di ba?
Please no.
Nahilo ako kanina doing this.
Dude, did you
The
guys
bigger
get
que-
to watch that? Did you guys get to watch that again? Because he knew the pass was coming, ha. Got it,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
made that spin. It wasn't na pachamba na salo or anything like
Yeah,
that. Not
yeah,
at
yeah.
all, man. He saw it coming, got it, took that spin and laid it up high up
But
there.
my bigger question is,
Who was
Where
guarding
in-
him? Who was guarding him?
I
Kyrie,
don't
diba?
remember who was
Bruce
guarding
Brown
him.
yata eh.
Hindi ba
I don't think
Kyrie
it was
yun? That
Kyrie.
was such
No,
a
I don't
Kyrie
think
move though. That
parang
that
na-Kyrie niya si
sa
Kyrie, no?
loob ikot, 'di ba? That was such a
Oo,
Kyrie
oo.
move.
My question
It
though
is
is,
though, no?
where was Bobby doing this Tatum spin as we speak?
Oo
In
nga.
his room, in
I
the
thought he was
office?
working. He's working
That's why
now.
I got. So was he doing it while listening to Chick Corea? I'm not sure.
Oo, baka
And
sa
Dear
ayan no.
Tony to him though is like Karl Malone to Jay. Sa
That's why.
reception, no?
Alam na nila yung mga hate ko dito.
Diba? So Jay, I mean, but Jay, Bobby, just don't. So if the receptionist is looking at you for a long time, it's not because, well, she may or may not like you. It's more of that spin siguro,
Yun!
which
Yung receptionist pala yung chick. Wala pala. O kaya chick siya tapos Korean.
Baka iniikutan niya. Baka naiwan niya yung ID niya. Baka naiwan ni Bobby yung ID
Ikaw,
niya.
Bobby,
Kaya
oh, nga eh.
iniikutan niya yung mga security guard sa reception makapasok ng office.
Anyway, thank you everyone. Thank you, Bobby, of course, for always gracing our show. Thank you, Joe Smith, Doc
Thank you, guys.
Nesty, Pom, and everybody else who passed by to make this thing into
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith,
into
former
a
first
blast.
pick.
Former first pick namin sa
Number
Warriors.
one draft pick. O nga.
Diba? Wasn't that also, and that was it, no? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, yun ba yung pangalan niya? But anyway, let's go to our big heads now. Man. So, we'll be back, I guess, on hopefully a Monday, tentatively,
Yeah.
to recap what happens
Yeah.
on the weekends. So, again,
Yeah.
thank you everyone for gracing our show, making this thing into a whole heap of fun. It's been fun so far, huh? Jay, unless you guys have anything to say. Oh, sorry. Jay, you got to
Yeah.
plug, man.
Tomorrow, I haven't
Yan.
done a mall gig in a long time. I'm actually
Naks.
nervous.
Okay.
Tomorrow at Vira Mall Green Hills on Record Store Day. If you
Record
guys are
Store
vinyl
Day.
heads, all the vinyls you'd ever want is going to be there on display for sale. Performances by Joe Corientazo, Dan Hill and Marga J, and my band Holmes. I hope to see you there. And on the 28th, at the 70s Bistro with Colored Red, Holmes and Colored Red. So I hope you guys come out, support your bands, support your artists. We haven't had anything coming in for 2 years, man. Pay that entrance fee. Go watch a band.
Knox. I
And
like that. I
on
like
that note, Knox, we said it
Knox.
first here on The Bench!
The Holmes!
The whole,
The Holmes?
I don't know what to say. The bench.
that. Take care, guys. See you
Peace.
guys Monday.
Ay,
Later.
that was fun.